Thank you so much, Bedellia, to be in my show. So we were talking about travel. When you travel, do you feel safe in all the countries, or you feel any experience where you thought that this is not a safe country and you will not go there?
Malaysia.
Malaysia.
Malaysia. Because I was traveling alone in Malaysia, and there was lots of men following me, like look at me a lot. So I didn't feel safe.
So was it a daytime or nighttime?
It was like daytime.
Once you are old, everyone leaves you, and you need good company, good friends with you who stay with you.
I think friendship is very important. Like my friends are very important to me.
Do you think long distance?
Long distance.
Long distance relationships, it's like a tongue twister. Relationships work.
It's quite hard, but you need to communicate.
People think that they have a lot of options.
Yeah,
If this
of
girl
course.
leaves, I have this girl.
Sometimes why you don't feel comfortable with someone anymore, you have to let them go.
Okay, so first of all, thank you so much, Bedellia, to be in my show. It's called Mindfulness with Manish, and basically, it's all about like talking about mindfulness, which is awareness. Some people find awareness through traveling, through yoga, through other things. So we talk about a lot of things with you. I know you from past 5 years as my friend. We met long time back in New Zealand. I still remember. The first night, when we party together with a lot of friends, which was really great. But before we do that, we would do a little introduction. Can you tell a little bit about yourself for the audience? Where are you from? Where do you live? Where you come from? And we get started from there.
Okay, so I am Bedellia, I'm 29, and I come from France. I live in Montpellier, in the south of France.
Okay, and Montpellier is called Montpellier.
Montpellier.
Montpellier is south of France.
It's in France.
How far is it from Paris?
It's like maybe 7 hours, but
7 hours.
by car.
By car.
So it's quite far away.
Okay,
Yeah.
and
It's very pretty. You should go.
yeah, because a lot of people just know Paris. They maybe not travel south of France, but yeah, for them, like what is famous thing in your place?
Like you have everything in my place.
Like
you have,
beaches.
You have beaches. You have mountains. You have some lakes. There's the sun. It's very warm there, and yeah, it's very a good place. It's very different to Paris.
Okay.
Like the people, the vibes, and everything is very different.
Is Paris people more like party people, or like how Paris people are different than people from Montpellier?
I think Montpellier is the south, so we like to
Chill, relax.
We like to chill. We like to do party. We like to go out. We are maybe more open to people, and we like to do lots of things because it's warm outside. And I think Paris, like people, maybe they work a lot. So yeah, I think it's very different. But Montpellier is very nice, and there are very nice lots of people.
And who else is there in your family? Like do you have mom, dad, siblings? How many siblings and stuff? If you can talk about that.
Okay. So my family live in the north of Paris, but I live in Montpellier with my parents and my brother.
So your family, your mom, dad lives in north or Montpellier? That's what you mean.
Before, my parents come from the north of Paris.
Okay.
But now we live together in Montpellier.
Okay, nice. Cool. So that's good to know that where you're from. Let's talk about like what do you like to do in your life. I know, like before we do that also, like where do you work for the audience? Like what do you do for your like working?
Yeah, so I am in sales. So I work in Montpellier. And I sell like place in a nursery, in a private nursery.
Okay.
So I accompany by a place for their salary.
Okay. So it's like selling places.
Place is like a place, like a availability.
Availability. Okay, got it. So it's like renting.
No, it's not renting. It's like it's a private nursery. And the company, you can say just I am in sales. Okay.
I'm in sales. Okay.
I am in sales.
Okay, sounds good. So you are in sales. Do you like your job?
Yeah, I like my job because before I was doing like some other jobs and I get bored quickly, and I need to be stimulated. stimulate every time. I need to have some objectives, some goals in my work. I like to be with people. I like to speak with people, to communicate and everything. And every time I get bored in my job, so this one I like it.
Don't you think like you travel a lot? I seen from your photos, and we traveled sometime together also. Don't you feel like having a remote job is better than having like going to office?
I think I prefer remote jobs, yes. But like I already traveled alone before, and I don't want to travel alone again, you know. So if I have a remote job, I want to travel the world, but with someone,
With
a
someone,
friend or
yeah.
my boyfriend, I don't know, but not alone. So I think it's wonderful to have a
Why do you
remote
feel
remote job.
like traveling alone is not good for you? Like, do you feel not secure, or do you feel like you get bored?
No, I already done that. I travel alone in Malta, I travel alone in Asia, I travel alone in South America for 4 months as well. I like it in some
But you
in some
like-
way,
Yeah.
but I prefer to share with someone. And sometimes when you travel alone, you feel lonely, and I don't like this feeling.
Right.
So there are good points and negative points to travel alone. But if I want to do it again, I prefer to travel with someone.
Travel with someone, yeah. Either your friend or your boyfriend or husband, whatever. Yeah, that's good. So talking about traveling, you'd like to travel a lot. Why do you travel a lot? Like what motivates you to travel?
Oh, it's a good question. I like to discover the world, like
Like conquer the world.
conquer the world, discover the world, discover different way of living, different way of thinking, and it's very interesting to meet people all around the world because everybody is different, and I think it opens your mind. It opens your mind, and you like the world is so beautiful. You have different landscape as well, and when I travel, I feel alive. I feel awake. I need it.
And when did you discover this power in you? Like you like traveling. Like for example, me, my first country outside India was US, but US was like first country for me because I came there for my studies. But after that, New Zealand was the first country where we met.
Ah, okay.
That was my first country where I was like, oh, this is something which I really like. This is something which I really want to do, like travel alone and doing adventure sports and stuff. So that was back when I was 26, 25 ish. What motivated you to travel? Like, is it your first country you randomly came and you were like, I like this thing?
Because I need to be stimulated. I need to discover. So that's why I like to travel. I need to be in movement every time. I feel alive when I travel. So and I don't know. I really like. You don't get bored when you travel.
Yeah, exactly. That is true. I wish every people, like I think every person likes traveling. I wish every person can travel because some people cannot because of the job and everything. But I feel like we are lucky to have like this kind of privilege
Yeah,
to
it's true.
travel and also work, whatever. Yeah, which is good.
Yeah, I think we are lucky because we are like you are from USA. I am from France, so we have a very good costs of how do you say?
We have good financial stability.
Good financial stability. So this helps a lot. to
That is
travel.
true because it's expensive to travel everywhere.
Yeah,
which
yeah,
is true.
it's expensive.
We changed the location again, so this is a better location, I think so. Again, welcome to my show. So we were talking about travel. You like traveling, I can see from your Instagram photos. And how many countries we have traveled together?
Together,
Yeah.
I think to New Zealand, France, Japan, and now Mexico.
Yeah,
So four.
four. So basically we met in New Zealand. New Zealand is something which we did not plan. We randomly meet over there, and we became good friends. And then we planned for Paris. You showed us around with your friend, which was really great. I do not speak language, like French language, and you help us show us around. And then we, after COVID happened, no one was traveling, and then we met in Japan, and now we are in Mexico.
Yeah, it's
Which is
great.
great. So talking about travel, what's your like best country so far? But before we do that, how many countries you have been?
So I've been to 26 countries.
26 countries.
Yes.
Wow.
This is my
And
26th. What is the definition of best?
yeah,
It's
actually
very
that's
difficult.
Yeah, the definition of best is actually a good question. So best, it's a very subjective term. For me, best is like where you find where you connect yourself, basically connect with your soul, where you find peacefulness, spirituality, where you meet people, and find happiness and fun. So that's my definition.
Okay,
What
this is
is
the definition. Like, it's very hard to say because, like, every country is very different, and I met some great people in some countries. I loved some landscape in other countries, so it's very difficult to say. But I really like, I think so far, Sri Lanka.
Oh, Sri Lanka.
Yeah, Sri Lanka is very beautiful. Malta, Cambodia as well. I really love Cambodia, and Peru.
Peru.
I really like Peru.
Why do you like Sri Lanka, Cambodia, and Peru? What was the reason?
I think I prefer like natural places where it's more wild. I feel more free. I feel more in my place. So I prefer.
You feel like you have more security. You feel like more it belongs to you. You connect with yourself.
Yeah, more, and because it's more natural. Is yeah, I feel.
What is one of the most thing you don't like in traveling?
Why I don't like in traveling, like, travel is not only about positive things. Sometimes it's negative. We don't talk a lot about it, but sometimes you don't meet great people. Sometimes you lost things. Sometimes you have a bad experience.
Which you have in this trip. So we are in Mexico right now.
Yeah.
What is the name of this place?
This place, Tulum. We are in
Yeah.
Tulum, yeah.
So, and we met in Cancun first time, and I think you lost your credit card.
Yeah, I lost my credit card
And what?
in the first day.
In the first day.
Yeah, in
And
the
what
first
did you
day.
lose? You lose your towel.
My,
also.
even my towel as well.
But those are cheaper
Credit card
things.
and towel.
Those are cheaper things, right? Those are cheap things to like figure out.
Yeah,
You can
it's
buy a new
okay.
one.
I think it's okay.
For me,
Like, it's just like, I think it's just material things.
yeah.
So that's okay. So we can
can buy a
always
new
find
thing.
another
Exactly.
solutions.
Those are
It's
replaceable
not
things. For
like,
me, I
Yeah.
broke my GoPro. I
Oh.
broke my gimbal, which is
Yeah.
expensive. I don't know how I will fix that, but we'll see when I go back.
Yeah,
But this
I
thing
think
happens with me.
yeah, things happen. We can solve them.
Yeah.
Like, the most important is life. I think is, for example, the health. Like, when people has disease, and this is very important. This is terrible things, but the other things, it just material. So.
Right, that is true. You raise a good point, which is health. Health is something which is very important, and with health is safety. When you travel, do you feel safe in all the countries, or you feel safety is something which some countries are more safer than others? What do you feel like?
Like, some countries are safer than others, especially when you're a girl. When you travel and when you're a girl, I think it's more difficult, yes, to travel. You have to be, every time you have to be aware of your things. You have to take care of yourself, take care of your belongings. So sometimes it's quite difficult when you travel when you're.
What I do is, like, whenever I keep my bags in the hostel or anywhere, I always count. Okay, I have 4 bags. Let me count again. I have 4 bags. After 1 hour, I have 4 bags, because anything bad can happen. Somebody can steal it.
Yeah.
Anything, like in airport. Usually when I travel, I carry with a lot of bags. I forgot my bags in check-in counter or something. So I always count. I have all the bags. So that is something.
Yeah, you're right. And I left my country alone to go to South America. So I went to South America alone. And like, in the news, we saw lots of bad things about South America. So my parents was like, "Okay, are you sure you go to South America? Maybe it's not very safe." But I think it's like, you just, when you're a girl, just have to be more.
Little
How do
careful.
you say? Yeah, you have to be
Right.
more careful
But
than
you are
if you're a
right.
boy.
Usually girls don't travel alone. I've seen very less or women traveling alone. Like,
Oh, I saw a lot.
yes, like
Yeah.
in South America, I mean.
In South America.
Yeah, I've seen
free.
women traveling alone in like New Zealand, Australia, Thailand, or Bali, but not in South America. Maybe few I met. One is my friend from Egypt. One is my friend from US, but very less, because South America people think that it's not safe, but I think it's very safe.
I think you just have to ask the local people
Yeah.
where you cannot go,
Yes.
where it's not safe,
Yeah.
and that's it. It's like when you are in your country or when you're in your
Yeah.
city, there are like some
places which are
some
like
places
Mexico
you
also.
cannot go. It's
Yeah.
very dangerous. So it's the same. It's the same everywhere. Just
Right.
have to ask people.
Right, that is true. Any experiences that you can share which you feel like safety is one of the important thing? Like basically any experience where you thought that this is not a safe country and you will not go there again or something like that?
I think it was in Malaysia.
Malaysia.
Malaysia. Because I was traveling alone in Malaysia and I wanted to discover in Kuala Lumpur. And I walked alone in the streets and there was lots of men following me, like look at me a lot. So I didn't feel safe. So I just come back to my hostel.
So was it a daytime or nighttime?
It was like daytime.
In the daytime you were
Yeah.
walking on the street and the local guys,
Yes.
they were commenting on you. They were
Yes, because maybe I didn't ask at the reception which places I have to avoid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. That was interesting.
But I think I'm quite lucky because every time nothing happens for me, like it was all good. So.
Right, which is good. You are lucky.
Yeah, yeah.
But I would say be careful when you you do the right thing. You
Yeah, I
ask
think,
things.
yeah.
But as you know, you are like there's different kind of people. You are like white, which is like people in like Asian countries. They think that you are a foreigner, right? They try to like maybe ask you for more money, or maybe like rob you and steal your like iPhone or something.
You just have to be careful.
Just you have to
And
be careful. Yeah.
yeah, and everything will be good.
That is true.
Yeah.
So regarding traveling, what is the one important thing which you feel like you connect with yourself? Like basically when you travel, what do you see in countries where you think that you should like which connects you with yourself? Like which you feel like which is very important for you, something which you feel like you look for the most.
I think for me the most interesting thing when I travel is to meet people. I like to meet people. Yeah, I really like to meet people. I think it's very interesting because there are different way of living, different way of thinking, and it's very interesting. I learn a lot thanks to people. So I think I think it's that.
So when you meet people, do you learn like what things do you learn from them?
Like I learn life, I learn different experience. I don't think about every time about myself. I don't focus about myself. I just see other perspectives.
Different perspective what people are bringing.
Yeah,
Exactly. Yeah.
So I think it's
This is one of the important things you raise from my perspective also. When I travel, I also feel like meeting people is one of the important things. And I care about the place, I care about the landscape, but honestly I feel like every country has a similar landscape. Like every country has like mountains. Every
no, the
country has
landscape are very
rivers.
different from
Is it?
another to another one. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm
So-
looking for that as well. I like nature. I like landscape, food as well, and lots of
food is
different
different,
things.
yeah.
I think.
For me, I'm vegetarian or vegan, whatever. So it's the same food everywhere. So you see
Yeah,
here
yeah.
in Mexico, I'm eating burrito every day.
Yeah,
It's
for you it's
not-
the same. Yeah, it's true.
I'm bored with burrito. But I don't have any other options. In back in India or in US, I cook different things. But here I have to be very cautious about like what I'm eating. But as going back to the discussion, you travel because you meet people. I travel because I also like to meet people.
Yeah, you're a very social person. You.
I'm also a very
Yeah.
social person.
Mm.
And landscape is something which is different, but I feel like I live in US. Mountains, rivers, valleys, everything is not same but similar.
Okay.
For example,
okay.
like Hawaii, I recently been to Hawaii. Hawaiian islands are very beautiful, but you go there on the beach, you lay on the beach, you chill. We are doing the same thing here. So you just change the name of the city from Tulum to Hawaii, it becomes the same. But the people are different. Like Hawaiian people, I would say they are more happy. They are like they have a different kind of vibe. It's called Mahol vibe, which is like Hawaiian people. Here in Tulum, we see a lot of foreigners. We don't see a lot of local people. We see a lot of forest, and we see a lot of like a jungle, like a Mayan jungle, which is not human, like which is not disturbed by humans. There's no buildings. It's all like jungle vibe and everything, which is what Tulum is all about, like spirituality, yoga, and stuff. Okay, coming to yoga or fitness, what do you do for fitness?
So I go 3 times a week in a gym. I go to the gym 3 times a week, and I do yoga. I practice yoga every Saturday morning.
Sunday
I
morning.
just begin since September,
Nice,
so I am a new
nice.
one.
Do you like yoga?
Yeah, I like yoga.
Okay.
I don't like. I like yoga. I don't feel so far the feeling what to talk about, like the mindset and the peaceful things and everything.
Yeah, yoga.
But I like, and
Yeah.
I think I need to practice more. You know.
Yeah, I get it. So what you are trying to say is like you like the physical part right now, like the asana or poses, but the meditation or like when you go more inwards, that is something you are still exploring.
Yeah, I'm
You are
still
still
learning because
you're
I
still
think it's
learning, which is
yeah,
very difficult to do. I
yeah,
agree.
it's very difficult
Because for
to
me
do.
also, when
Yeah,
I do meditation can be different kind of meditation. It can be breathing meditation where basically you sit and close your eyes and you just focus on your breath, or it can be sound meditation where you play a music or you listen to like a waves from ocean or like birds chirping or the nature
but I
voices.
think it's hard because you need to think about the present moments,
Exactly.
and you have everything,
In
something
the thought.
coming in your mind, like okay, what I'm going to eat, what I will do tomorrow, what like everything,
Right,
lots of
right,
things going
exactly.
on in the
So in
mind.
in our book, in our holy book, I'm from India, so we follow Hinduism. In our book, it says that our mind is like a monkey, and monkey who is drunken monkey who has like drink alcohol, right? So it's like goes everywhere. Like it's
Yeah,
like one
everywhere.
day it's here, 1 second it's here. So
It's difficult to control it.
it's difficult to control. Meditation is all about that. But I know in this age where we are like living in very fast pace, we are worried about our family, about our job, about relationships, about
We have
friends.
lots of things to
It's
think
like it's very
about, and
difficult.
yeah.
Whenever we close our eye, everything comes to our mind. So I'm also learning. It's not like one day thing. It happens with time, but at least we are aware that this is something which we need to work on, which is good. So coming back to travel again. So traveling is something we like the most. So where are you going next in your travel trips?
I think I'm going to Portugal this summer with one of my friends I met in Malta, like some years ago. It's like she's a girl from Holland, and I met her every summer.
Nice.
So she speaks another language
Okay.
of me
She
as well.
doesn't speak
She speaks
English?
English.
Oh,
Yeah,
she
she speaks
speaks
English.
English. Okay,
So we speak
nice.
English together. So I am going to Portugal for 1 week. Yeah.
Nice. Does French people travel a lot in the world?
Depends. Depends. Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes yeah. Sometimes.
So which country do you think are the people are traveling the most?
Which nationalities you mean?
Which nationality?
I think French travel a lot. French people travel a lot.
I think Israel people travel a lot.
Which one?
Israel?
No, I didn't meet lots of Brazilian people.
You don't meet a lot of
I
Israel?
no, I think like lots of German people travel, English,
Yeah.
French,
Okay.
and Asian people as well. Yeah.
Asian meaning Chinese.
Yeah,
Right?
Chinese
Yeah.
and yeah.
Right, right. Because I thought Israel people, because in Israel everyone has to go under like military training, and after military training they are like over exaggerated or they are exhausted. They're like, we want to go out, and there's only two countries in the world which basically they like. One is New Zealand. I met a lot of Israel people in New Zealand, and the second is India. India welcomes Israel people, so which is great. But yeah, I think you are right. Maybe because Israel is a very small country, French is big, and Germany is also big. So maybe those people travel a lot.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. I don't know why because yeah.
Yeah. So when people travel, what are some of the things to keep in mind? Like people look for safety first, or they look for cheap prices of the hotel or hostels. What they basically look for when they travel?
Depends on people, but most people want to discover other things, to enjoy, wants to maybe meet people. Yeah, things like that. It depends.
So if a person has to meet more people, what is the best place to stay?
I think Asia. You can meet lots of people in Asia, in the hostel. Australia, New Zealand as well.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
I think you
hostels
can
is
meet lots of
something
people.
which is a place where you can stay and meet a lot of people.
Yeah, I think you
Compared
can
to
meet lots
hotels
of
and
people.
Airbnb.
Yeah,
Got
yeah,
it.
of course, yeah.
Got it. And do you basically travel within the country? You travel in bus, or you rent a car, or you fly in a plane within the country?
When I travel in New Zealand and when I travel in Malta and when I travel in South America, I every time I travel by bus, and I didn't want to have Wi-Fi, like internet. So I was traveling by myself without internet and by bus every
Wow.
time because I
How can you
wanted to
survive
be.
without internet?
You can.
You can.
I want to do it.
So you
You
basically
can.
downloaded the map.
I have like I download Maps.me. It's a very
Maps.me.
good map.
Okay.
You don't need internet.
But you need every time you are on Instagram, right? How
No, I don't use
you
Instagram a
don't
lot.
Instagram?
No,
Okay.
I don't use Instagram a lot. I don't want to be every time on my phone. You know, I don't
So you
want to do
disconnect
it.
yourself from
Yeah, I
phone.
want to disconnect of all the material things. That's why I like more nature places.
Wow.
I want to like be more natural.
Tell me
Because
more.
like social media and everything, I don't like it so much. For me, it's superficial.
Yeah, tell me more about it, because we are living in this era or this age where a lot of people are on in their phone. Either they're
Yeah.
on WhatsApp or Instagram or TikTok or whatever.
Yeah.
Even me, it's very difficult to get off my phone. I went to one of the meditation where they took my phone for 4 days. It was very difficult for me to like concentrate on the program, because on day one I was like, oh, what, I need my phone back. It's like alcohol, right? If you take the alcohol back from a person, it we crave for it, we want it back, right? It's like that.
But I think it's dangerous too.
It's very dangerous. Now we are living in that era where we need our phone. It's like
Me,
part of a body.
I really like everybody around me post lots of things, are always on the phone, and me, I don't like it. That's why I'm looking for when I travel to stop with this, stop to social media. I just want to be in a real life, real life, to
How
be
you
in the
do that?
moment present.
How you do that? It's very difficult thing to do.
Not for, I think yes, it's difficult because in France we are like this. Everybody is in social media. Everybody posts photos. We text every time to people, to a friend, to a boyfriend every time, and I don't like it. Like I prefer to be in a real life with a person, and not because when you're in your phone, you have with somebody else, and you have not in the moment present. You speak with someone, he's not here.
This is something which I'm also currently working on. So one of my bad habit is when I'm talking to a friend, when they're looking at my eyes, I'm on my phone. I'm looking at that and doing texting, right? And
So you're not in the moment present. You're not with the person.
they feel offended sometimes. They feel like this person is not paying attention to them. And I got a lot of feedback from my friends that, hey Manish, you are not doing a good job, because you are like talking to us, or whether you are on your phone, just do one thing, either don't talk to us or be on the phone or whatever, which I'm currently working on. But good
But
to know
yeah,
that.
I think you're okay. You're not always on your phone.
Because
think.
there's no
Yeah.
internet.
Okay, that's why. That's why. But you don't need internet. Like, okay, you have internet, Wi-Fi when you come back to your
Yeah,
hostel
but outside
to just relax and to do your own things. But when you are outside, you don't need it.
I know we don't need it, but I'm always on my Instagram posting photo. So yeah, you can post your photos and stories,
Yeah.
but you can do it when you have Wi-Fi. Or
Yeah.
yeah,
During
I
the
know,
night,
but I do
during
it
the evening.
like on that moment. So when I'm like take videos, I do that at that time. But yeah, I can do it later on also. But I have a like a feature in my phone where it tells me how much time I spend in my phone every week.
Okay.
So I'm reducing that. So
Oh, great.
every
Great.
day I spend like 4 hours on my phone. Now it's like 3 hours.
And did you survive?
What?
Did you survive?
I'm
Are you
surviving.
okay?
I'm okay, yeah. And then I'm doing like 3 hours and 2.5 hours. I'm reducing that amount. Maybe 2 hours is maximum, because we use our phone for maps and everything, so it calculates that as well.
I think we need to put the phone away and
I really like the time.
And when you text with someone, like it's better to experience things with someone. And when you talk with someone, like you have to put a smiley, and if you don't put a smiley, for example, the person cannot be understand what you are saying. There are lots of misunderstandings sometimes
During text,
when you
it's
when you
very
text.
difficult to make. Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually I call a
To-
person, because during texting you are not the same. You have to like use smiley, as you
Yeah, and you
mentioned.
have to think about it, and it's
Yeah, that is true. But you are doing a good job in detaching. And talking about detachment is very difficult thing. That is what yoga is about. Yoga is about detaching from materialistic thing, detaching from, like, let's take an example like shopping, movies,
like let go as well.
let go.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything. Like not letting go, but it's like having a balance.
Yeah.
Doing everything but with a balance. Not like, oh, we need to do this. We need to do this every day, something like that. So before giving my example, I used to be very passionate about my job. But one day I was working day and night, even weekends. But one day they let me go. They were like, we are firing you. So I was like, hey, you know what? I work for this company for my whole life, right? Well, like not whole life, like 1 year, 2 year. And then they did not think about this, right? Before firing me. Why I care about job? They're just giving me the salary and I'm giving them the time. I should not think about that, and I should focus on my life. I should
Yeah,
focus
of
on
course.
myself. I should
Yeah.
focus on my family.
Yeah.
That is what matters, because I was working for them on the pretext that, okay, this is my everything, this is my health, this is my fit, this is my everything. But that's not true. They did not think about second time when they fire us. So that's what I feel like. As we
They can
grow,
replace you,
everyone can be replaced.
Yeah, of
I think we
course.
should work hard towards our own if we start our own company, then I think that is our baby. That's where we should work hard. But if you're working for somebody else, you should work enough until are not getting fired.
Yeah, of
I think
course.
that's it. And you
Yeah.
will travel and all.
Yeah,
That's
and
what
you have to love
you
what you
have to.
do. It's
Yeah,
very important,
exactly.
I think.
Otherwise, you will wake up in the morning and you feel like,
And
I'm
yeah,
going to
and
the
you
job.
spend most of your time to your job, so that's why it's very important to like it, to love
Yeah.
it. Not
Right.
love, but like is enough for me.
Right. So you love your job basically.
I like what I do. Yes.
Yeah.
If I don't like, I change. If I am not
Nice.
happy anymore, I change.
Right. Okay, we talked a lot. Let's focus on attention on basically friendship. I know from your Instagram photos that you have a lot of friends and family. You have a big family as well. So focusing on friends, what do you think about having friends in life is important in your overall development of your well-being?
Yeah. So I think friendships is very important. Like my friends are very important to me because they bring me lots of joy. I can be myself, and for me it's like sunshine when I see them. It's because it's only good vibes, positive things. Like they bring me, yeah, positive things only. And sometimes when you are not feeling good, you can just tell them about it, and they can give you some advice. I think friendship is very important for me because it makes me more happy.
Right.
Yeah.
One of the things with friendship is becomes very complicated.
Sometimes, yeah.
Because conflict happens. For example, if you're talking to your friends, they have different opinion, you have different opinion, and then having like a common compromise is very difficult. How you do that?
So I think it's quite hard, but you need to communicate. The communication is the key. I think it's very, very, very important to communicate. And maybe
It's same in relationships also.
yeah, in relationship and everywhere, communicate is the key. And sometimes when you have a conflict, yeah, whenever you have an argument, you just have to
Talk about it.
yeah, talk about, but maybe not now. You just have to wait, take your time, like just okay, take your time, like think about it and talk later. Because if you talk right now, maybe you are hungry and you say things you don't think
So
about.
think about it, take your time, and then
Yeah, take
basically
that and
respond.
come back
Not
after.
not respond at the same moment.
Yeah, at the same
That's what
moment.
you're trying
Yeah,
to say.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Because after you can say things when you're hungry, you can say things you don't. This is not good. So that's why you just have to relax, go somewhere else, and come back to talk.
Do you have a lot of friends?
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
I have very good friends, and like my friends, I is like for example, I have a friend. It's been maybe almost 20 years.
Wow.
We are
Together.
friends.
Okay.
Yeah, and
And you share with
another 15 years. So I have like long-term relationship with my friends. I did lots of things with my friend. I share a lot of part of my life with my friends. So they are very important.
Nice. Are you an extrovert person or introvert person?
I think it depends. Like when you know me first, I am not extrovert. Like I take time to know you, and when I'm confident, I can be sometimes crazy, like everybody. So I think I'm not extrovert, and I'm not introvert as well. It depends on the person, and it depends how long I know you and how I feel confident.
Yeah, the
near
reason
you.
why I ask this question is because if a person is more extrovert, they make a lot of friends, right?
Yeah, I think I am a social person, and I like to meet people, but I think I'm not extrovert. Yeah.
Okay, but I feel like you are extrovert because
Yeah?
you travel alone, and we met in New Zealand, and you like we were friends together. You were with your own friends. I was with my own friend, and I felt like you are more extrovert. It's maybe the hostel gave us that background, that common ground that connected us. But from your photos, from the way I see you, you look like extrovert.
Yeah,
But
I think it depends. It depends. Sometimes, you don't feel good in a place or with some people, and sometimes you feel good. So it depends.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
true. And as you mentioned, it depends upon situations. Sometimes you are extrovert, sometimes you are introvert. Like when I travel, I feel low because maybe I have a lot of work during the day, so I don't go out. I just stay in. Sometimes you feel energetic, right?
Yeah,
You want to
depends
go
on your
out.
mood as well.
Depends
Yeah.
upon your mood. So basically, it changes. That's what
Yeah,
you mentioned.
yeah, it's true.
That is true. So talking about friendships, right? So Any advice you want to give to someone who wants to build more deeper friendship, and how you build deeper friendship basically?
So I think you need to be, how do you say, you have to get news to your friends, and you need to meet them maybe sometimes. I think when you meet someone like maybe once a week or something like that, you can be closer and you can build memories. You can have a stronger relationship. So you have to do things with your friends, and you need to be a good listener as well. And after it's natural, when you have a feeling with someone, it's natural.
Right.
So
One of the things which I have seen is, I am in my 30s. So after 30s, a lot of my friends are married and they have babies. So the kind of friendship we used to have before is not the same now. So before it was like they were single. Like for example, my friend Ame, Ame, we met in New Zealand. He has two babies now. We never see each other now because their attention is
because
all,
they have different life, you
yeah,
think?
different. Like they are
Yeah.
focused on babies now. So the thing is, like, I don't have any friends now. The thing is like that. All my friends are married, they have babies and all. So what I did was I started this thing called Yoga and Chai. The name where I connect with, I do yoga and we drink chai and then we connect with people. I have made a lot of friends, new friends, like 40, 50 people, 100 people come to my yoga class. They're all from different parts of the, so that's how I found my like peace and new friendship. That's what I feel like.
Yeah, because I think when you have the same life, or when you like the same thing, I think you have a better connection. Like all of my friends, they are not married, they don't have children. So, and we are in the same, like we like to party, we like to go out, we like to discover.
Yeah, one day they all will
So
be
we have
married.
in the same, we have the same, how do you
Right.
say, the same
Same,
life.
same life, same
Yeah,
zone, same age
yeah,
group. Yeah,
yeah, same hobbies.
that is
Yeah.
true. So that's why people in my age who are single, I connect with them more. They spend more time with me. But you are right. Spending more time with some people.
Some people you get
Yeah.
closer when you
Because
can
all
spend
my
more
friends, when they
times.
were not married, I do not spend time with them because I was traveling here and there. They used to call me, "Hey Manish, come for our baby shower, come for this event, come for this festival." But I never used to go because I was not living there, and that made them angry.
Yeah, because like you don't build relationship, you have to do things with your friends to
Yeah,
build
that is true. You have to
relationship.
do,
Yeah,
yeah, that
yeah,
do things with the friend. And same thing happened in India. Like when I left India, it's been 11 years, and a lot of my cousins and brothers, sisters, they are married, and they all called me in their wedding, and I did not go because I was in US. It's hard to me go to the other part of the world, and maybe I don't know whether they have like a miss feeling or something like that in their mind, but I think it's fine, whatever. But coming back to friendship, I think having friends is very important because I think if you grow old, you need company with you, right?
yeah,
Because I that's what I know. I do not know because I'm not that old. That once you are old, everyone leaves you, and you need good company, good friends with you who stay with you. Their friends can be with your like friend. The friend can be your husband, can be your boyfriend, can be your actual friend, it can be anyone.
yeah,
What do you
yeah.
think?
So, yeah, I think it's yeah. I think you need to like. I think sometimes it's very difficult to keep continue relationship because if you start to be different from each other, different life or things like that is quite complicated. So, but I think it's important to have someone you can count on him and he know you and you can talk with him. You
Yeah.
can do things. You can. Yeah, I think it's important.
Have
It's
you
important for
fight
me.
with any of your friend? Have you had a good bad fight?
Yeah, of course.
Hmm.
Like yeah,
I
Clara,
know.
for
Yeah.
example. She was my
Maybe she will listen to this episode. She will call you
maybe
again.
I don't know,
Maybe
but
she
she
will
was
say,
my
okay, let's
best
resolve
friend.
that.
She was my best friend for some years, and we did lots of things together. We traveled together in New Zealand, for example,
Oh, you
and
were in New Zealand with her. I
yeah,
did not meet her. I met you. Maybe she came
yeah.
after you.
We traveled in New Zealand
Okay.
together for 8 months, 10 months in total, because we went in Asia after. And she's not my friend anymore because I think we are different. And at the end, it was like a quite a toxic relationship.
Was it like she was dating a ex-boyfriend or something like that?
It's not about boys.
Okay, it's not
Every
about
time
boys.
with my friends, it's not about boys.
Okay.
Like because I think our friendship is stronger than that. But it's because I think it was, at the end it was like a toxic relationship. I think She was a bit complicated at the end. So we decided to not be friends anymore. And I am okay with that.
No,
because sometimes,
totally
I'm
fine,
not
because
like, sometimes I'm nostalgic, of course, because she was a very good friend of mine. We did lots of things together. And sometimes I say to myself, okay, I'm okay like that. I feel better because it was a toxic relationship. And sometimes why you don't feel comfortable with someone anymore, you have to let them go.
right.
It's not, it's a little bit sad, but it's not sad because you just have to listen to you. And it's not because you have like a long-term relationship with someone, but you have to keep going on. It's the same with relationship. It's the same with relationship.
With relationship,
you know?
yeah.
So
I
it's the
think
same with it's the same with friendship.
it's like a plant, you keep on watering the plant becomes bigger and it becomes a tree. Like, so relationship and friendships are like that. You keep
Yeah.
on, like,
And sometimes if it doesn't work, you have to try, of course.
Yeah.
But if it doesn't work and you don't feel good after some months, after some years, sometimes you have
so
to.
if she comes back, if Clara calls you, like, hey, you know what, let's figure this out, I am sorry, whatever happened, let's become friends again, will you become friends again with her?
I don't think so.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So it was that bad. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
I think I have good memories of her, but I think I need to move on. It was a toxic relationship at the end. So
I think it's fine. Sometimes you need to take time away and you need to like take time and think about it. So I think sometimes it's fine. It happened with me also.
yeah, okay.
One of my friends, like 20 years, I know him.
Wow.
I don't want to name, but we don't talk anymore. We talk sometimes on like businesses or money related things, but not like before. Before it was everyday call, but
Okay.
now it's not anymore.
But are you sad? Because I think sometimes we evaluate, we change. And if the person don't change like you, or like if you don't fit together,
Exactly. So
you just have to let them go sometimes.
yeah, for
I
me,
think.
my personality is like, I'm like a water. I can, if you put water in like glass, it takes a form. It's like take a shape of a glass. If you put water in bottle, it takes a form of a bottle. So I can mold with anyone. I can mix with an aggressive person. I can mix with a nice person, like a less aggressive person and stuff like that. I'm not an aggressive myself as well. But some people change, as you mentioned. People 5 years ago, their nature is different than now.
Yeah.
So, but if somebody is doing bad to you, you have to say no, right?
Yeah.
That is something which I can't tolerate. Like, you can be polite, you can be nice, but there's a limit to do too nice.
Of course.
If somebody slaps you, somebody says bad things to you, curses you, that's where you have to stop saying, okay,
Yeah.
you
And
can't do
sometimes
that.
it's difficult because when you have a long-term relationship or long-term friendship, sometimes it's difficult to say, okay, I'm done with that,
Right.
But you have to sometimes.
Right. Talking a little bit about relationships.
Yeah.
What do you think? Like, as you mentioned about long-term relationships, do you think not long-term, long distance,
Long distance.
relationships? It's like a tongue twister. Relationships work.
Do again.
Does it work? Long distance relationships.
Maybe. I think every relation is different. So if you build lots of memories together before, if you have like a very strong connection, why not? If you can, if you can see each other after in a while, I think it can work. So, yeah.
So that is a good question. So basically, what you are trying to say is, if you know someone before, you are living there with them or whatever, and then you are living in distance, then it's fine.
I think it depends on the love. It depends on the love. It depends on the person. It depends on the relations.
Yeah.
So every relation
Everything is
different. Yeah.
That is true.
But it can work.
What is the most important thing in a relationship? Which keeps the relationship alive?
Love, respect, and communication, of course, and honestly. Yeah, honestly.
Do you think these things keeps on changing? Like, for example,
I think it's the four things. So like love, communication, honestly, and what I say?
I don't know. Okay. Honesty, communication.
The four things
Yeah.
I said before. I think is the main important things in a relationship.
But
actually, love, respect, communication, and honesty.
Honesty, yeah, you got
honesty,
it.
yeah.
So what I'm trying to ask was, like, does these things change? Like, for example, 5 years ago, if you love a person, do you still love that person 5 years afterwards, or is the same, or it changes?
I don't know. I don't know because I didn't have like a long-term relationship, so I don't know. And I think it depends on person and people. I don't know.
Right. I think people evolve, like we keep on changing. So the love that we used to do before and now keeps on changing. That's what I think.
Yeah, I think it. Yeah, I think it changed. Yeah, of course it changed. Yeah,
But we need to
but sometimes
be.
it's not. It doesn't change in bad way.
Yeah, it
Sometimes
changes in good
it's
way
like
also.
good way or
Yeah,
different way. You know, I
that is
think.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah. For you, like, what are some of the things you look in a partner?
Like it has to be positive, very important. Like with lots of joy of living. So he has to 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 love his life, not love his life, but he has to be curious as well. He has to be positive. He has to be pure, like with lots of respect. I think it's very important this time.
Nice. Do you
He has to
have
be good in his life, you know,
happy?
like good with him, good in his life, you know, because I think it's very important to be good in your life, to be good with yourself
Yeah.
before
You can
before
give
on.
good to others.
Yeah,
Yeah,
of
that
course.
is true.
Yeah.
Like you should be happy, you should be good to yourself before you give happiness and good to others.
Yeah, because I think there are lots of people that are not good with themselves. There are lots of problems, and so they cannot make happy another person if they are not happy themselves. No?
Yeah, that is true. But do you have any requirements in terms of like, oh, this I need a guy who is like from France or from Germany. It should be like 6 feet, 6 feet 5 inch or something. It should have six pack abs. Do you have any of those requirements?
Of course, the physical is important. So I don't have a special requirement, physical tips, but I have to find him handsome,
Yeah.
like handsome or with lots of charms.
Yeah.
So yeah, well, of course it's important, but like the personality
Right.
and the physical are the most important.
Nice. Nice. Yeah. What are some of the things which you feel like is missing in the current age in relationships or friendship?
Now,
Yeah, these days people are not doing that, and people are having issues in that.
I don't understand
Like
the
for
question.
example, like what are some of the things you feel like people are missing in relationships? They are not having like I see a lot of like divorces and breakups happening. Why is that so?
I don't think it's bad sometimes, you know. Sometimes because you feel like when you're not happy anymore, you change,
Right.
you know. And before, when you were not happy, you stay. So I think it's not
It's not
a
a
bad
bad thing.
things
Yeah.
in another way. But I think right now is a little bit like sometimes superficial. Like social media doesn't help couples.
And
I think
also there's a lot of dating apps that also doesn't help. When
dating
people,
apps,
yeah, dating
yeah,
app, people think that they have a lot of options.
yeah,
If
yeah,
this
of
girl
course.
leaves, I have this girl, I have this girl, I
Yeah,
have
they
this girl,
can
I have a lot of
change
options.
and like it's like
It's like change.
superficial things.
Yeah.
Like it's better like you meet someone, you know him deeply, and after you can judge yourself.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
it's like so fast, you know, you
It's
don't
like changing
know.
clothes,
Yeah,
shopping.
like this. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
let's go
I
buy this.
think it's very like I really love like long-term relation, like long-term relationship about friendship or about love. I think it's more interesting when you are closer to someone, when you know him better, when you feel connected, when you it's better like deep relationship.
Right, right. That is true. No, actually, that is very important. I feel like that is something which is missing in the current age. People are very superficial.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I don't
People
like
are
it.
looking for quick love, right?
Yeah.
Hookups culture is very there,
Yeah.
is there and stuff. But after that thing happens, they're like, oh, I don't want to talk to this person. I don't know, maybe we don't connect. It's just like 5 minutes or 15 minutes
Yeah,
love,
you need
and
to.
that's it. That's what we are living in this era. But I think that is really bad
Yeah.
because in terms of
I-
like
I
after some
agree.
time they feel bad, like it's just sad. They will feel they're alone.
Yeah.
They did not find the true love. They did not find the true connection.
Yeah, I think it's hard to have to find the true love. Yeah.
Yeah, that is
Very
what I
hard.
feel like, which is very important. How
I
to find
agree.
the true love? Like,
How to find?
yeah,
I don't know because I didn't find it. So I don't know. I'm
it's a
looking.
deeper question, right? Like nobody knows the answer for this.
Yeah, I think yeah, I don't know. I really don't know because I didn't find it yet. So I don't know if I will find it in my life.
Mm.
I hope, but maybe not.
What is love?
Oh, what is love?
Yeah.
About relation, about friendship, for example, about family. For me, is to take care of the person you really like, you really love. It's make him or make her happy. Because when she's or when he's happy, you are happy, I think.
Right.
So love is take care of someone and enjoy life together and share together and
Nice. Yeah, that is true.
it's easy. It's easy, but
that
it's
is very-
difficult.
yeah,
You know, it's
yeah.
easy but difficult. We make us difficult.
I know you are right because life is very easy. It's a journey. In yoga, there's
But I think human we are like complicated. You know,
women are
it's because
complicated.
humans
Okay.
like humans.
Humans are complicated.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're complicated.
Yeah, that is. Life is very simple. We just complicated it.
Yeah,
And
I think so.
life is very short also.
Mm.
We are in 30s. One day we'll be in 60s. Life is just quick. It's a journey. I feel like we are travelers. We came to this planet, born in different countries, and one day we will just go.
Yeah, that's why I prefer like natural things, you know, to go to like a wild country because it's more natural, it's more simple, and I think relationship has to be like that.
Yeah,
But
that is true.
like,
And we have made it complicated. Yeah, but it's fine, whatever it is. But at least we are working towards it. We know what is good, what is bad, and stuff. Anything else you want to share with the audience in terms of friendship, relationships? Any advice?
about friendship relationship, I think the advice is to enjoy every moment in your life. Is very important because you live in the present moment. You don't have to forget it, and every things you live, it's maybe the last one. I mean, you know, it's you only once,
Yeah,
so that's very important. And you have to think about yourself and the others as well. But you have to do the balance between yourself and the others.
yeah,
This is a little bit complicated, but you have to try to find it. The balance is very important. Yeah, and try to be positive. And when you're in a complicated moment, just have to like take a step back. You know what I mean? And just like okay, yeah, like yeah, I know.
take a step back and see whether like you want to change something or you want to like do it this in a different way and take some time to think about it. That's what you are saying.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. And sometimes you have to be confident with the life, with the destiny, because times is your best friend sometimes.
Right, time is
Yeah.
your best friend.
Like
Yeah.
you think sometimes when you have bad moments, you think you'll be sad like every day for a long time, but in reality, in some weeks, in some months, you're really good.
Exactly, that is true. Time is a good healer.
Yeah,
That is
yeah,
very
yeah,
important.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
It's
agree
true.
with that. But yeah, we had a lot of conversation. Maybe we'll do another podcast on a different topic.
Okay.
We talked a lot about relationships, friendships, and traveling. It was great having you.
Yeah,
Thanks.
thank you.
Thank you to be in my podcast, Mindfulness with Manish. I wish you luck and happiness in your life.
Yeah,
I
me
hope
too.
you find
Me
the
too
true
a
love.
lot. Yeah.
And again, thank you so much.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Bye. See ya.